Factor Bingo is a game that I play with my algebra students to teach them how to learn factoring. It's played much the same way as traditional bingo is, except that the students have to factor 24 polynomials in order to create a customized bingo card. This game is adaptable to just about any type of discipline, so long as you can come up with 24 questions and short answers. Once you've come up with 24 questions and short answers, you need to think about logistics. The bingo game will take about 30 minutes from start to finish. I generally put the students in groups of 2, and at the end of one class I'll distribute the questions to the students and give them until the next class to come up with the answers. The materials you'll need to play Factor Bingo are a bingo template so that the students can create their customized bingo cards, some highlighter pens or chips so that they can cover the cells on the bingo card. You'll need a video projector is optional so that you can display the answers in the bingo cells as you go through the game. You'll need prizes for the students so that if they win, you can give them bookstore coupons, pencils, notebooks, candy, whatever you see fit. And you also need a can or a bag so that the answers that you have developed, you can separate them and put them in the bag and draw them at random and call them out to the students so that they can fill in their bingo cells. Okay, on game day, the students will need to get together in their teams right at the beginning of class so that they can compare their answers. They need to agree upon these answers. And once they've had a little time to look at the answers that they've come up with from that list of questions, they then have to fill in the answers in random spots on the bingo template. They want to do this so that their template isn't identical to another student's or another team's template. It's identical and they have to split the prize. Once they have filled out their bingo template, you need to go by each team's desk and check to make sure that all of the cells are filled out with answers. They can't have any blanks. There are 24 cells to be filled out on the bingo template, and the students should have 24 answers from the list of 24 questions. Once you've checked each bingo template to make sure that all the cells are filled out, you want to go ahead and give the students either chips to cover the cells up as you would in bingo, or give them a highlighter marker so that they can highlight all the correct answers as you call them out. Now that you've got the answers in your bag, shake the bag up, pull out an answer and call it out just like numbers in bingo. The students are going to have an answer, are supposed to have an answer because you have the correct answers to the 24 questions. So each student should have a blank to fill out or a cell to fill out on their bingo template. Where possible, you want to display the answers on a video projector. So you would take another blank bingo template, and as you call out the answers to the students, you want to place the answers on this blank bingo template and project it for the class to see. Once the students get a diagonal, vertical or horizontal row of answers blotted in on their bingo card, of course they're going to yell out bingo. You can't declare them a winner yet. You have to go check. Once you check to make sure that all the correct answers are either vertically, diagonally, or horizontally in a row, you need to ask the student to match the answer up with the original question list. This is very important. This checks for understanding. If the student can't do that, then they cannot be declared a winner, and they have to sit out for the rest of the game. If the students successfully match a couple of select answers from their bingo template with the question list, then you can declare that team a winner. The collaborative learning elements of this activity are: 1, positive interdependence. When the teams work together to create this bingo template as a team, they must depend on one another to have some input on the bingo template, and they're going to sink or swim together. They win as a team together, they lose as a team together. Individual accountability is the second collaborative learning element of this activity, in that once the students have yelled out bingo, when you as the instructor approach that team and ask one team member to match the question with the answer, they have to get this right in order for you to declare them a winner. So the individual accountability on the student to win as a team is to get that right. Interpersonal skills is the third element of this game, this activity, in that the students are going to have to play well together. They're going to have to agree upon how to fill out this customized bingo template. They're going to have to agree on all of the answers that they came up with from the list of 24 questions you've given them. So this is going to require, to some degree, some interpersonal skills. Finally, group processing occurs at the beginning of the game when the students come together at the beginning of the class as a team and they compare their answers to one another. They're going to have to agree on these answers. And it's going to involve a little group processing. If they have different answers, they're going to have to look at these questions again and decide who's right and come to some consensus on what to put down on the bingo template. I generally like to squeeze in 2 games in one class period since it takes about a half hour to complete one game from start to finish. This involves the students looking at comparing their answers, filling in the bingo template. If you squeeze in 2 games, then they get to experience all of these elements over again, especially the group processing. Not all students are going to have the correct answer. They may not agree on the correct answer. A second game gives them an opportunity to see what problems they didn't get right, or at least know that they're missing some cells with the correct answers. And you can give them a little time to look over their list of questions again and make any corrections they need.